Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here to Richland Center. As we come back, well, I think I might be on number one now.
Oh, you're on number one. Okay.
Can you guys hear me all right?
I hear you fine.
Okay, I can't hear myself, but
all right,
that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I can't really hear you though. That's part. Oh, there we are.
The wrong order maybe is all.
I think I see what's going on here. We have a little problem here with getting things.
Do have in our championship matches out here. Hopefully you're at least seeing them.
Yeah.
As Ken works through some of these issues.
Well, we got it going now, and boy, when they say they're going, aren't they?
6 to 8.
But welcome back to Richland Center, everyone. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we bring you today's action between the Richland Center Hornets' 60th annual wrestling tournament. The Invitational here today. And, all right, so now I see what's going on. This is the one that's kind of bad. So somehow, we're going to try and get that. I don't know if that helps. We'll try.
All right. So we have.
All right, there we go. We'll try that for a little while. You guys got me all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. So here we go. We are at, not 106 pounds here, folks.
Yep. We already had a final there, I believe, in the championship.
Well, that's real tough.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I believe it was, we'll get my computer up
Pin
here.
In a minute 11.
Is that what it was?
Oh, it's on the time on the book.
I agree with you then, yep.
But I can't tell you who won. But while Kirk is looking that up, on Matt, for the third place match, it's Silvers from Iowa Grand Highland, Sage from Riverdale. And it looks like Sage is leading that match 2-0 with 40 seconds remaining in the second period. The fifth place match is between Thompson from Western Ithaca, Worley from River Ridge. And that is tied 2-2 with a half a minute remaining in the second period. In the seventh place match is Olendeck from Toma and Shield from River Valley. That's 3-2. And
Riverdale just got third place with a fall.
Okay, Riverdale.
That was Sage, got a pin there.
Okay.
23 seconds left in the second period, so that would be 2:37. Three?
Well, that's
only
right. It's one. Yeah.
First minute period, yep.
2:37. And who won the championship?
I'm working on it.
All right. Okay.
106 cost from GET Pin Severson in a minute 12. You got to see that on mat 2. So Koss is your champion. Colton Koss from GET, the sophomore, wins the championship here. In some ways, maybe even gives GET a chance to make a little bit of comeback, because that 40-point spread is still there on the thing, but he picked up some few points there for him. So now we're down to our last two placement matches. On mat number 1, we have Cameron Worley from River Ridge. He's taking on Kendrick Thompson from Ithaca Weston. And then down on mat number 4, we have Colin Olendick from Toma. He's taking on Jackson Shield from River Valley. That's a 4-3 match right now in favor of Shield.
Thompson with a 6-2 lead in his match with 1 minute remaining in the third period. Kurt said the consolation matches are all 1-2-2. There's a fall in the.
You're missing the first ones.
That'll be Shield from River Valley with a pin.
Yes. He gets a, there's 30 seconds left in the third period, so that would be a 3:30 pin. For Shields from River Valley. He
The
will
fifth
take
place
7th
match.
place.
Fifth place match still going on. Last 15 seconds of that.
I don't know. I don't know what I did to him. No. There we
And
go.
it will be Thompson from Western Ithaca with the fifth place finish. He wins 6-2 over Worley from River Valley.
Well, thanks going out to those sponsors as we get going on this tournament as well. We'll start from the beginning and say thanks to those that brought us 106 with Advanced Pump and Well Solutions, Larry and Shelley Ferguson. Good luck to all of the area teams here today, and hope you have great success in 2024. Ash Creek Plumbing, Heating, and Electric. Everything in one service for you. That's provided for your home, business, whatever it may be, your farm. Thanks to Dale Wallace and Badgerland Flooring. If you got some renovations going on or you're looking to build a new home, place to go is Badgerland Flooring right outside of town here, outside of Richland Center. Best area. Talk to Jamie and Amy Gander at Badgerland Flooring for all your needs.
The 113-pound weight class seventh place match is between Baumkamp from Riverdale and Weigel from Belmont Platteville. Fifth place between Lambert from Cochran Fountain City and Reese from River Valley. The third place match, Milsna from Cashna, Udelhoven from Boscobel. And in the championship match at 113 pounds, it'll be trainer Curtin from Reedsburg, undefeated at 18-0. His opponent is Coda Perney, a sophomore from GET at 11-1.
We'll see if they stick with that, but right now the orange mat here on mat number 2 with the big RC in the middle, that appears to be where we're going to have our championship matches. We've had 2 in a row there. Our third place match will be mat 3, which is the black mat, mat number 3, that appears to be third. And then down on mat number 1 is 5th, right?
Yes.
That's correct. Yep.
And then 7th place down here on mat number 4.
That's the format they've done for a number of years now, which you can almost get used to it. I should probably try and change my cameras a little bit, but I hate to do that. We're kind of so used to I have the static cameras in the first 3 and then my camera number 4, so if we need to move it a little bit just because of that distance. But we'll just keep it as it is, and hope you're enjoying today's championship round here, the Richland Center Wrestling Tournament. This is a Western Wisconsin video production. Ken Manning along with Kirk Layer and Chuck Rasmussen helping us out here. And tell you what, it's always a pleasure. It's great to get together anytime, but it's always a lot of fun working with you two guys when it comes to the Wrestling Invitational here or anywhere for that matter.
All right, thank you, Ken. It's Curtin with a 2-0 lead in the championship match at 113 pounds. Trainer Curtin from Reedsburg versus Coda Perney from GET.
No score in our match for third place between Milsna from Cashton and Udelhoven from Boscobel. That's in the second period with a minute left to go in that second period.
Taking a look here also on that 7th place match, we have Riverdale, and I'm trying to catch the name here.
Baumkamp.
Oh, yeah, Baumkamp, Jordan Baumkamp. And he is taking on Aiden Weigel out of Belmont Platteville.
Curtin able to pick up a 3-point near fall at the end of the first period. He leads 5-0, and Reese from River Valley up 8-0 in his match there in the second period there with 1:15 on the clock.
Trainer Curtin just really explosive for a 113-pounder. And we talked about earlier, Reedsburg, missing several of their starters. Their state 215-pounder tweaked his knee last weekend over at the Dells there, and so he's not wrestling today, and they're hoping to get him back by Christmas tournaments. Reedsburg conference champions last year in that Badger conference, and that's a big feat. And then also their first trip to state tournament, team state, in quite a while too.
Oh, and I think, didn't they have a number of wrestlers individually at the state tournament?
Yep.
I wanted to say 5 maybe or something of that nature.
They
It
did
was-
really well.
they did.
If this young Curtin boy here can't make it to state this year, I'll be surprised. And
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about him more as we get through some of the upper weight classes too.
Right.
He's got a nice squad here. Rob Bausch and
Yep. Tim McMillan helping
yep,
out.
yep. Tim is just talking down there between rounds. He's just one of the nicest men you can meet.
He is. He is at that.
Reed's able to come up with a 5th place finish from River Valley.
Yeah, he did a nice job down there. Did he finally get a fall in that?
I
or?
think so. I think
Okay.
it was 10-0, and then they
Yeah,
got a
there's
pin.
the pin time, 37 seconds left in the second period. So he gets the fall down there in his match for River Valley.
Curtin up by a score of 7-0.
Bringing you today's 113-pound championship round is Capital Wealth Advisory. That's Mick Cosgrove or any of his associates. Be sure to stop in. We care about what's important to you, and give them a great call. They're great people. 608-647-8842. Cashton Wrestling Club helping us out today. And remember, they have their Cashton Youth Wrestling Tournament early March, the elementary. And our thanks to the Brenninger family, Chris and Paul Brenninger, here in Richland Center, your complete service realty. Be sure to stop in and say hi to them. Thank them for their support of the broadcast today, and they will find your dream home for you. Those are 3 supporting the 113-pound weight class.
Update in that championship match now. Curtin with some more points. Just got a 10-0 lead, but we start the third period. He was down and now got an escape. So 11-0. As they say that, then he sweeps in and gets another takedown in the cradle in there, so he could maybe put this match away right here. Looking at our third place match, it's 6-2 down there in favor of Parker Milson, I believe, is out in front, 6-3 now. Yep, Parker is out in front, 6-3. And then in our 7th place match down there, Jordan Bonkamp from Riverdale leads 6-0 over Aiden Weigel.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job with that. Weigel trying to battle here, but he's just not been able to get any points on the board right now.
Yep.
Curtin coming up with a pinning combination. It looks like he may be able to come up with a fall.
There he did.
will. Pin time of 5:03 for trainer Curtin.
Guys, I was talking to one of the folks that I know over at GT Mel Min. It's Blaken. So when Blaken comes up, we got to remember that it's that. I was trying to remember which way because I thought I'd heard it, but I touched base with them, and that's what they told me.
So
So,
call him blocking.
yeah, we were
Put that
calling him blocking.
responsibility on Ken, won't we?
I think that was in his contract.
That
There you
was,
go.
that was, that was.
It was.
All right, the Milsno won by a final score of
Was it 6-3? It had to be close to that.
6-4 the way it says here. on the
Okay.
computer.
All right. And we will move into our next weight class at 120 pounds. We will real quick say thanks to the next 3 folks sponsoring that. It is Checkered Flag out of Reedsburg, quality embroidery, and much more. Stop in, talk to Tim or Brenda McMillan, making you look good. That's what Checkered Flag is all about in Reedsburg. Community First Bank, bottom line, is great customer service to everyone. First for you, it's Community First Bank here in Richland Center and beyond. And Coon Valley Telecommunications, bundle and save with internet, TV, and phone system.
at 120 pounds. It's going to be in the 7th place match. Bingham from Weston Ithaca and Rundy from Holman Reserves. The 5th place match, Christensen from Iowa Grand Highland matches up against Bands from GET. The 3rd place match, Gray from Toma and Brewer from Riverdale. And in the championship match at 120 pounds, Ethan Haiti from Richland Center with a record of 16-2. He is a junior. His opponent is Cade Parrish, a junior also with a record of 17-1. This is a championship match at 120.
And Chuck, Rundy picks up the pin over the young man from Ithaca Weston. That pin time in 41 seconds for 7th place.
Thank you.
We have a 2-1 score in our 3rd place match here in mat number 3, lower left. Right now 2-1, and that is Riverdale and Toma.
That'd be Gray from Toma and Brewer from Riverdale. Update on the championship there, Chuck?
It's Parrish just picking up a 2 near fall, and it's now 4-0. 40 seconds remaining in that first period. Excuse me.
And we have Christensen from Iowa Grant down there leading 2-0 over Benson from GET.
A 3-2 score now here on the third place match.
Christensen from Iowa Grand Highland leads 2-0 in the second period.
Perry's still dominating here in the first period to get down to the last 10 seconds. He's going to take a 4-0 lead into that second period. Maybe just not quite able to get anything on track yet.
£120 weight class.
Nice to see at least Ethan seems to figured out his nosebleed situation. I'm not going to jinx him now that I say that.
Probably,
Sorry.
yep.
But looking good so far as that. But needs to get on the scoreboard. Going to start in the riding position.
He will. When are they going to do the awards?
Well, I think they are doing them.
Okay.
They look like they're lining up for the 103, so possibly between rounds. But Center, I think, has always been kind of good about that. I think they kind of try to do a lot of them on the fly.
Yeah. You know, you dated yourself there.
I did? The fly part or date?
The 103-pound weight class.
Oh, I did.
Oh.
Well,
at least he didn't say 98.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Then I really would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in my day, we had a 98-pounder and a 105-pounder.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was for us, yeah.
I shouldn't talk about my day because I know it's his day, and you were only a year older than us.
It's all ours, right?
There you go.
They all blend.
Yep. Kirk, why don't you let's do this. You do the championship at 120. We'll have Chuck do 126, and I'll do 132, and we'll kind of rotate that way, okay?
Hey,
That'd be great.
that's fine.
That
Sure,
way we
you
can,
give me Haiti after he's getting beat.
I know. I was like, oh, dang
But he's
it.
doing a nice job riding here in the second period. He's been doing a really nice night. And now he gets Perry's called for stalling, which is good to see. He needs to find a turn here. Looking for a cross-face cradle. He's done a really nice job of riding. He really has this period. I think maybe Ethan's catching his wind here and coming back strong here. Now looking for a power half. Down to 20-some seconds to go. Oh, now he's going to receive a stalling warning. Turns about, that's kind of what you do as an official. If neither one's doing a whole lot, you maybe nail one and then wait about 10, 15 seconds and then get the other one. Then you made them both aware that, we got to get something here.
Third place match, it's now 7-2 as Brewer gets away with the escape and now shoots right in on a nice double leg and will pick up the takedown and extends the lead 9-2. He has a minute to go in that match.
In the fifth place match, Christensen from Iowa Grand Highland and Bands from GET. They're tied at 2. Neutral position, minute 9, third period.
Nice job by Ethan Haiti here. He rode him the whole second period. Now he chooses neutral to go into this third period, and that's what he's hoping for. He needs a takedown here, and then it'll be a 4-2 match, and he'll be right back in this thing.
Brewer picking up some back points here now against his opponent from Toma. Doing a nice job, and that's Austin Gray, a senior. We have 2 cameras on our championship match here now since our 7th place match is already done.
Ethan's getting in really nice on this single leg, but he just can't pick it up or finish it. Needs to maybe get a restart here. There we go. That's a nice stalemate call there, and get him back in center and see if we can get some activity.
A major decision for Lakota Brewer of Riverdale, the number 2 seed. He will finish number 3 here today in the Richland Center tournament with an 11-2 win over Austin Gray of Toma.
I got Parrish for backing out of them.
Christensen from Iowa Grand Highland picks up
Oh
a
no,
takedown.
he gave the point to Parrish for, he said Ethan pushed him off the mat.
Wow.
Christensen from Iowa Grand Highland picks up a takedown in the last few seconds of the third period. He wins 4-2. He'll place fifth.
So the takedown by Parrish. Now he's out to a commanding 7-0 lead.
Well, you have to think that once Reedsburg gets all their guys back and healthy, my goodness, they're going to be a force.
Yeah, that's a nice start out here in the 13 and 20.
Yeah.
And I know they've got some other really quality kids coming up here in a little bit.
Well, they'll have a championship or third place match coming up at 26. They'll have more down the road here, like you said. Yeah.
Down to the last 20 seconds here is Ethan finally gets on the scoreboard here with a reversal, but there's just not a lot of time left here now. Parrish may get hit for some stalling here, but just not a whole lot more going to happen. There's one of the stalling calls, but now we're down to 5 seconds.
Parrish doesn't care at all.
Yeah, he doesn't.
It's like, that's okay.
7-3 is going to be your final. A great match here. Cade Parrish, as we just mentioned, that's a 1-2 punch there, and he wins the championship 7-3 over Ethan Haiti. And you're going to see more things from Ethan this year, so
For sure.
This is a good start for him.
Let's take a look at our sponsors for our next three sponsors for the weight class 126 pounds. It's Joe Hall, Dairyland Transportation. Hoping you're enjoying today's wrestling broadcast of the tournament. Experienced temperature-controlled cargo, dry goods, you name it, they can haul it. They are great over-the-road haulers. Dairyland Transportation. Open Season Hunters Outlet, thanks to Andy and all the crew there. Small game, elusive large game, all your hunting requirements here in Richland Center at Open Season Hunters Outlet. And Genuine Telecom right here in Richland Center, serving the city of Richland Center with internet, telephone service. They do a wonderful job with things. Give them a call at 647-2345.
At 126 pounds, the seventh place match features Harms from Belmont Platteville and Miller from Boscobel. The fifth place match, Kramer from GET and Renish from Riverdale. Third place match, Stoll from Weston Ithaca and Miller from Reedsburg. And the championship match, Jaden Geyer from Westby. His opponent is Jacob Van Hoof from Toma.
And Stoll picks up a pin in 19 seconds over Miller, I believe you said.
Yes.
Reedsburg.
Of Reedsburg, yeah. And wow, that was a quick one.
That was. You didn't even get him almost introduced.
I know. Just catch him barely as they walk off the mat. Well, they tried to get a throw in here on Geyer, and going to take a little time here.
Quite yet, if it appears to be saying his knee.
Yeah.
First, whenever they go down, you're always worried about something with the neck or whatever.
Yeah. Well, you think, and the way he landed, I thought maybe a rib or something, but no, he might have had the wind knocked out of him along with a little twist in there.
Jaden Geyer got a fine record here with 3 wins going in the finals, 15-2 as a sophomore. Taking on Jacob Van Hoff with 3 wins today. He's 13-4, senior.
State tournament last year for the Norsemen, if I remember right. Had a real nice sectional. So, Chuck, you have the call here at 126.
All right, the match I was covering is done. I was done in 19 seconds.
Oh, you don't do that to me.
Ball down there, too, at 126.
Yeah.
That was when you were covering, and these other two are Ken's, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So that would be 2047, 147 down there on
Yep.
mat 4.
All right, the championship match, 126. Geyer and Van Oof are scoreless. Oh my gosh, that was a great scramble there, and Van Oof is going to be able to get the takedown in the waning seconds of this first period. I think he got.
They're going to talk it over, it looks like. They're saying,
Yes,
oh, yeah,
okay,
they did.
yes,
Okay.
it is. So Van Oof able to get the takedown. Nice
Red-
scramble.
Rennie's trailing down there in his 5th place match to Kremer from GET 2-0, second period.
Geyer in the down position to start the second period.
Ken's making sure his phone still works after I threw it in the bleachers.
I just wanted to see how many we have watching today here. So as long as I got a picture, I'm good.
As long as you got a picture. Oh, Ken.
Okay, Geyer was able to get the 2 and 2. So Geyer now, believe he got 2 and 2. Yes,
Yep.
4-2 is the score on the board now. Geyer with the advantage at the minute and a half mark of the second period.
We could probably go back and check track wrestling, and these two might have wrestled each other at the Toma Scramble, maybe. Not that we need to do that, but just
I'm pretty sure you're probably right. You know, they try to pair them up and then, pull them out, and then as you get to the afternoon, then they pull them with the better records against each other.
Yeah.
And got to believe these two gentlemen had a pretty good record up at the Toma Scramble.
I would think. I talked to one of the wrestlers from Brookwood the other day, and he wound up they were in a scramble. And I said, well, how'd the tournament go? And he goes, oh, I wound up in the A division. It got pretty ugly after that, he said.
I'm going to let you guys just describe, too. What do you mean when you talk about a scramble? How do they do those?
You can call it a scramble. You can call it a pool, whatever. You know, they try to seed them together in pools of, and then they wrestle a round robin there. And then if you come out of your pool 2-0, then you go up in what he would call the A division. And if you lose one, and then you're maybe in the B division, and kind of so on. So that maybe you have like your 0-2 wrestlers wrestling in the bottom pool.
So they'll call it like a gold division, silver division, bronze division kind of a thing. And that just, again, it keeps them in the same caliber. As
Yeah,
what they
that's-
hope, right?
The first round, do they put like what might be, quote, the top 4 wrestlers in A, B, C, and D?
Yes.
And then after
Yeah,
that?
they
okay.
kind of try to seed it out, like you said, your 1 through 4 seeds being the lead in a pool. The idea is to hopefully have your 4 best wrestlers in the A pool or the gold pool or whatever you want to call it. Depends on what you want to use for language to make it feel generically soothing to everybody.
There you go.
9-4, a minute and a half remaining in the third period. We got warning stalling on Geyer. So we'll come back and get set again.
Used to be everything was A, B, and C, and now it's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Well, even on the state level, it was division. Was it A, B, and C? Yeah.
Yeah,
now
to
it's
begin
1,
with.
2, and 3. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you go to like Minnesota, it's 1A, 2A, 3A, or Iowa, or whatever
Yep.
it is.
I think some of them even get up to 4A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw, I think Texas. How many divisions do they have in football?
Oh, in football,
Wisconsin?
in Wisconsin, 7.
7. Yeah.
Texas.
Oh, Texas? Oh, God, that's got to be a lot, isn't it?
I think it was 13.
Oh,
I can
my.
believe that. I can believe
Really?
that.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Well, you go. My mother and father-in-law used to go down there to a town called Westlake, Texas, and they lived right across from a stadium that was a high school stadium that would rival UW-Platteville Stadium. I mean, football down there is, of course,
yeah.
in a lot of those southern states, is king.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Chuck, we're down to the last 40 seconds here.
9-5.
Going takedowns. So,
Young man from Riverdale able to win his match.
Yep, 4-3 with a last 15-second takedown.
That was Renish.
Yep. So he'll take home 5th place. And Kremer from GT ends up 6th. Last 2 seconds, and there it is.
All right.
Young man from Westby, Jaden Geyer, is going to be your champion with a 9-5 decision over Jacob von Hoff in the championship.
We'll move to 132 pounds, and our 3 sponsors supporting this broadcast will be the Titan Wrestling Club, communities that make up GET, and Melbourne School Districts. Wish the best of luck to this year's squad as they continue on, and they hope for great success and get back to that state team tournament. Hartsey Lumber, looking for top quality products, look no further than Hartsey Lumber. Do-it-yourself projects around the house, be sure to contact Scott Parrish. And the Ithaca Weston Wrestling Club, best of luck to coaching staff and, of course, Troy Clary and the crew. They remind you that you got a ton of people supporting you. And back we come here, and Chuck.
All right, at 132 pounds, it's Smith from Toma and Brecky from Reedsburg. In the 7th place match, the 5th place match, Cushman from Belmont Platteville, Sander from Boscobel. The 3rd place match, Stetzer from GET and Meese from Riverdale. And the championship match at 132 pounds, it's Hunter Stevens from Iowa Grand Highland, sophomore at 13-0, and his opponent is Peyton Olberg, a junior from Baraboo at 16-0.
And we'll pick up on the action. It's going to be a takedown quick here by Olberg, and then a release, and we're back up on our feet. 2-1 your score with the number 1 seed in Hunter Stevens of Iowa Grant Highland trailing by 1. And they'll work their way out of bounds.
Kind of
39-second pin down there on the 7th place match. Smith from Toma winning over Brecky of Reedsburg.
We'll come back here to the championship match here once again. A single leg attack.
You got a final down there too, don't you?
Yeah, it was a fall.
Must be, I don't know who won it though.
Not wasting much time down there. So we'll concentrate on the championship and the 3rd place match.
I think that was Cushman down there that won that one.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to go with. He was leading 2-0.
Stevens with the takedown to retake the lead here, or actually get his first lead of this match. 3-2 your score.
You know, kind of surprising too. Oberg at now 16-0 ends up with the 3rd seed.
Yeah, that's
tells
something.
you the talent in this 132-pound weight class.
When they decide and they vote for who is going to be the most valuable in this tournament, that is going to be a tough one to do because it's such a quality tournament. And you can take your pick in 10 out of the 14 weight classes probably, you know, at any given day.
Yep, 3-3.
Jumping out from underneath, and Oberg ties it up with 20 seconds to go here in period number 1.
1-0 in the 3rd place match between Stetzer of GET and Meese of Riverdale.
Now, Meese was in the state tournament last year,
Yes.
and so was Stevens. Do you know about Oberg?
I'm thinking he must not have. The criteria would have put him fairly equal to these two.
Okay, good point.
But I'm thinking the criteria put him behind Meese because Meese came in here with 2 losses.
Yeah.
But being at the state tournament put him ahead of Olberg.
Yeah, and Oberg defeated Meese 6-4, sudden victory.
Yeah,
In
great.
that semi.
That was a great match.
That was a great match, yep.
Oberg has his choice, and he opts to defer. So Stevens goes down, and he comes up and out in 10 seconds to pick up the escape. Now leading 4-3. Both wrestlers have a takedown against each other, so we'll see who can get the better angle and come away with another takedown.
4 high-quality 132-pounders out here.
And now, are all these at the bi-state tournament?
Boy, I bet they are.
I believe they are too, yep.
They're, boy, a little hip heist as they go out
I
of
know
bounds.
Iowa Grant. I'm pretty sure Baraboo is too.
Yeah.
Riverdale is in GET.
Yeah. So yeah, they'll see how that'll affect their criteria going into the tournament.
Well, and then you throw in the other 60 wrestlers,
Yeah.
60 teams, and that's what makes that such a dogfight.
Yep. But it'll be interesting when you said what you were asked earlier, Chuck. If Olberg can beat both of these young men here today, even though they got seated ahead of him today, and he can go to the bi-state undefeated and have wins over both of these other wrestlers. That'll be interesting to see what the seeding does there.
Yeah, but that bi-state oftentimes, or correct me, you've been in the seating meeting and all that too. Does the head-to-head play that much?
It plays some in it.
We're going to get discussion here. We might have a misconduct here. And I say misconduct, I probably am talking unsportsmanlike. They're going to say no point here. There was a discussion because Stevens was using his foot to try and push off the hold by Olberg.
Yep.
Trying to fight off that would-be takedown.
No call, though.
No call, yep. They're going to let him wrestle it out. Here's a snap, trying to spin around, and Olberg with a great job catching the leg, and now throws up over the top, comes in between the legs, and they go out of bounds. They return on their feet, center of the mat here, right on the RC mat. Some action going on in that third place match, guys.
Yep. Stetzer was winning 3-1, but now Brody Meese comes back with a reversal and near fall points.
Four 4-3, we go to the third period, 132 pounds between Stevens from Iowa Grand Highland and Olberg from Baraboo.
Olberg wastes no time in going in the choice of down. Stevens comes up over on the right side on that, not able to hold on to him as he high steps out of there. Does Olberg, and it's now 4-4. Well, we're going to win this one on our feet, guys. That's all there is to it.
6-3 in the third place match, 29 seconds to go. Favor of Meese.
Boy, a nice snap and spin. He caught the, Stevens reached out and caught that near ankle and controlled that. Chuck, that was a great snap.
Yes, it was, and that's the second takedown for
Stevens.
Yep.
Stevens after giving up the initial one.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
They
You're
both
right.
have 2 escapes, I think.
6-4 your score here. We got 1:20 to go in the match.
6-3, Brady Meese is your third placer from Riverdale. Brody, excuse me.
Going to take a look here now, trying to come up with looks like a crossface, but he might just be latching on here. He does get that leg in on the right side, does Stevens. Under a minute to go in this match. Again, championship at 132 pounds. It's the 60th annual Richland Center Wrestling Invitational.
That fifth place match, I guess I had the wrong winner. It was Sander from Boscobel getting a 1-minute fall over Cushman.
Oh. A 1-minute fall, so right at the buzzer apparently, huh?
Yeah, must have been right there. Yep.
Now with a head lever kind of situation, they'll come back to the center. A deep, tight waist is Stevens. He's got a bar arm. Got that right arm up. Now he's going to release it and go with the arm bar series with that tight waist. He does stay out on an angle, but he's kind of grubbing him right now. Olberg not able to get up and out, and we're down under the 10 seconds, down to 5, and that's the way things are going to roll here at 132 pounds. 6-4 your score, and Hunter Stevens will be your champion in the 60th annual Richland Center Wrestling Invitational. Let's take a look at our next 3 sponsors as we come into the 138-pound weight class. Iowa Grant Highland Wrestling Club. Good luck to the team as they are in second place. And, of course, head coach Ryan Allen competing in one of the toughest conferences in the state. Jones Chevrolet. Stop in and see Ryan Jones or any of his team members for that special vehicle that you've been dreaming about. Highway 14 East in Richland Center. And Laval Telephone Cooperative, serving Laval and Cazenovia. Bundle your service, save with a combination of digital TV, high-speed internet packages at Laval Telephone.
At 138 pounds, it's going to be Johnson from Toma against Mickelson from GET. The fifth place match, Thiel from Holman and Duffy from Riverdale. The third place match features Harritz from Reedsburg and Schulte from River Valley. The championship, Dylan Weigel, sophomore from Platteville, Belmont. At 12-2, his opponent is Elliot Biba, Iowa Grand Highland, undefeated at 4-0.
Some quick action right away, but Weigel avoids the takedown. And Biba looking to add to this. You got a 32-pounder from last year against a 25-pounder. What a heel pick that was, Ken.
Boy, I tell you, he went down low. Talk about changing a level.
Yeah, just snatched it. Now he lets Weigel go right away. I think the young sophomore just ran into a senior with a mission.
He loves that ankle pick. Yes, he does. Yeah, you're right.
Biba was a two-time state qualifier, but didn't, or won.
I'm not totally sure.
He didn't qualify last year.
He didn't. You're sure of that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think
Well, he was
did
a state finalist, I believe, the year before.
as a sophomore.
Yep. He's had a really good career at Iowa Grand Island, and we'll see how it ends up for him this year. He's, some stuff early in the year. Oh wow, he is all right. I think he hit his head there. Weigel did, or something.
Shoulder?
Yeah, like shoulders. That's a little bit easier to recover from.
We'll take a look at the third place match here with
Go ahead.
Harritz of Reedsburg and Schulte of River Valley. That's a 6-0 score right now, and Harritz is out in front. He picks up another takedown and leads with a major decision. So far, 8-0. We're in the second period.
Duffy up 3-0 in his match for fifth.
Talked about this earlier, the strength that Reedsburg has in these lower weights.
Yeah.
And we know they're missing some of their more high-quality wrestlers in the upper weights.
Yep.
They'll be a force to reckon with here. As Biba's just really taking it to the young sophomore. And Weigel is definitely a quality wrestler. You got to fall over there, Ken.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2-minute pin here for Harritz of Reedsburg over Schulte of River Valley. That was he was just on a mission himself there, Kirk.
Schulte only a sophomore, though. I look for things out of him later on, too.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Valley, a young bunch, but again, talking to Dan, and he is excited about this team.
Dan and TJ are doing a nice job down there.
Yeah.
I've heard that's another team I've heard things about. A real strong freshman and some real good junior high kids coming up.
Well, back to you, Kirk, on that championship match.
It's now Biba just been putting on a takedown clinic mainly. He's got a 10-3 lead here within the last 20 seconds of the first period. So basically about 5 takedowns here through about 3 escapes.
Seventh place match is knotted up at 4 apiece here. Johnson of Toma, Mickelson of GT Melmin. And Chuck, your fifth place match?
Duffy with a 5-3 lead. They're down to the last 15 seconds of the second period.
Escape here by Weigel as they go out of bounds. 10-4 going into the second period. They're going to say the period is over now. Flip of the disc. It'll be Green's choice. He defers. Biba says, hey, I think I'll go takedowns again.
I wonder why.
I only got 5 of them in the first period. Boy, and like you say, it's not always just a heel pick. It's just a hard shot.
Yeah.
And he grabs the ankle and then just keeps driving right on through it. But he changes levels nice, doesn't
Changes
he?
levels and nice power step.
Yep. It's textbook of what you try to teach it.
Duffy with a lead now of 9-3, 1:34 to go in the third period.
All of a sudden, we've exploded out to an 8-4 lead. That is going to go to Toma in Johnson.
We're in the 138-pound weight class.
Yep, getting about halfway through here. Oh, nice duck under this time by Biba. He set it up perfect. He got Weigel pushing in a little bit, and he just changed levels again.
Does that remind you of anybody that wrestled for Iowa Grand Highland a few years ago that's wrestling for the Badgers?
Yes.
Max Mailer.
Max Mailer. It's kind of nice to see him back in Wisconsin,
Yes,
too.
it
That's
is.
awesome to see. And he's, cracked the lineup already. We'll see where it goes from there.
Well, the interesting was they have him down at 174, but now word has it that Hamidi might be going to 74. So that's going to create some problems.
Yeah, that will, yep.
Because I know, like, Cale Anderson from Viroqua, he wrestled set 174 while Mailer was healing up with his hand, I believe. And it was otherwise Cale was thinking about trying to certify for 165, but he certified 174, so he can't go down. I'm sure Max probably has done the same thing.
Wow.
So it's just going to be a interesting time to see how that all filters out.
And you got legal from River Valley up a weight class too, right?
At 184. Yeah.
We'll go to the third period. Biba holding a 15-5 advantage.
Now 12-8 over here on mat a mat 4, the 7th place match, trying to come up with a pinning combination, and that is going to be Reedsburg's Johnson, who has the lead.
Boy, a lot of points scored in these three matches that are going right now because it's 13-5.
Yeah.
That's a final down there.
Yeah, with Duffy the winner there from Riverdale for 5th.
Over Thiel from Holman.
And it's 14-9, and it looks like Mickelson might have, I don't know if they bumped heads or a head bumped into a knee, but he's holding his forehead like he's seeing stars a little bit there, unfortunately.
16-5 now with a minute 30 to go for Biba and Weigel. Just unrelenting pressure.
Nice.
Another duck under that just kind of had Weigel falling forward. Maybe now looking to maybe use his takedown release technique and maybe try to get to a tech fall.
18-6 with minute and 17 in remaining.
Yeah.
You know, we know what Weigel is a really, really nice wrestler, and boy, I tell you what, Biba is he's just been, like you said, putting on a bit of a clinic.
Kirk, we don't have a break really, but could you just, and maybe we did already, introduce who all the officials are we have today?
Well, in our championship match here right now, we have Mike Nicolotti as the head official with Scotty Brookman, the 50-year man, right there next to him. Because we're 20-6 now. With one more here, Biba will have the tech fall, I believe.
Johnson picks up the win 14-9 there in the 7th place match.
And down at the far end there that just got done, that was Mark Parrott, and there's your tech fall. And we're going to get done with that weight class. We'll come back and pick up on those in a second as Ken reads us some more sponsors.
You bet. Our next three to bring you the action here at 144 pounds. It's Napa, located in Boscobel and Richland Center. Get the good stuff. Napa Auto Parts right out here just outside of Richland Center on Highway 14. And Manio Dairy Farms wishing all the best throughout the season to the Ithaca Weston squad. That's my mother Elma and Ran and Heidi Manning for all your custom chopping, combining needs. And O'Reilly Auto Parts. When it comes to your vehicle, no one does it better for quality, dependable parts. It's O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At 144 pounds, the 7th place match, Cavalos from Baraboo, Grant from Westby. 5th place match, Griffin from Holman, McGuire from Riverdale. The 3rd place match, Spenceley from Belmont Platteville, and Blaken from GET in the championship match, 144 pounds. Noah Radke from River Valley at 11-1. He's a junior. His opponent is going to be Brock Hinterman, a freshman from Iowa Grand Highland, undefeated at 13-0.
Chuck, do you have this championship, right?
All right, I will take it. It's 2-0, the quick lead for Hinderman. Again, as we said, a freshman from Iowa Grand Highland, undefeated at 13-0. You know, and we always talk about you know, the champions come in pairs, and here's about 4 or 5 from Iowa Grant. It's like
it's a string of them.
You start with Stevens at 32, and then Biba at 38, and now this young man at 44.
And Bussy.
And then Bussy, comes right shortly there after this, doesn't he?
57.
Yeah, 57, yeah. But they got him off at 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is kind of a murderous row here for Iowa Grant.
There's 6 right there in a row. Most anybody would take them and put them in their lineup. Be happy to. We'll do a trade here.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, with a championship match with Prairie du Chien, I think it started about right where Stevens was and went through there. At one point, they were up by quite a bit. It's just too bad that, Brockup went out there and he had to wrestle Theory at 215.
Yeah.
But right now, and from what I'm hearing, is Iowa Grant is just saying we're going to wrestle where we're at, and we're going to wrestle there. We get to maybe February, maybe we'll change our minds with some other things. But
And there's definitely no need to do that right now, is there?
a loss to somebody, and especially to a team that's a division above you, is no big deal.
Right.
I'm sure it'll be a different story when they wrestle Fenimore, and I think that's coming up here shortly too.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one to see.
Yep.
Cavazos at Baraboo and Grant of Westby, there's no scores. They go into period number 2, and Chuck, will come back to you.
All right, we're nearing the end of the first period, and it's Hinderman with that 2-0 advantage. They do go to the second. Again, this is a championship match in the 144-pound weight class.
Third place match, Kirk, how we doing there?
Well, we got a 2-0 lead, and that's in favor of, I believe, Locken. We said, or that's what we were.
Blaken.
Blaken is winning in that match 2-0 right now. We're at 40-some seconds to go. That's a tough match between him and Cam Spenceley.
No kidding. That is. Our fifth place match, it is Griffin of Holman, McGuire of Riverdale. And right now, let's take a look. I think it is Holman who has snuck out into that 3-point lead here, which is Griffin. And Chuck?
Yeah, in the championship match, it was Radke's choice. He decided to go neutral, and he got taken down again by Hinderman, and now has just been warned for stalling. 4-0, nearing the 1-minute mark of the second period.
And we look at this. Hinderman is a freshman.
Yes.
And Radke was in the state tournament last year. And he's a junior. And he's a quality kid.
Yeah.
How do they build them so long, and how are freshmen so good? I say that almost every year.
Well, one thing you have is a quality coaching staff at Iowa Grant.
Yep.
Plus, then you have a couple of the better wrestling schools down there
In that area.
you with the Sarbachers running a school there, and I believe in the Cobb area, and not too far away is Ryan Taylor with a school, and then you have Lucas Stout with a school not too far away from there. So
Yep.
there's some high-quality athletes participating on teams down in that area, plus, having some good places to go to at night and get another workout.
Yep. Hone their skills.
I mean, those really strong teams a few years back here that Lancaster had. There was that really strong program down in Dubuque that a lot of the wrestlers went to.
Yeah.
You just never know where some of these young adults now are going for that extra workout. And when they go there, it's a workout, too. They're not going there and just freelancing it.
Yeah.
4-0 to the third. Hinderman's advantage.
5-3 score on that seventh place match. Looks like Grant trailing from Westby.
5-0 that Blaken is out there winning. I'll get it there yet, Kim.
That's okay. Now that we got it, like
Yeah. I could just tell Pete, you just understand where it's coming from. I still think he's one of the best coaches in the state.
yeah,
There's been some whatever up in that area as far as understanding this or that, but
Yeah.
just so many things that Pete does for wrestling that you just can't overlook that.
Cavazos picks up the victory with the pin. He'll have a 2:54 pin time.
Hinterman with the very quick escape to start the third period. Now with another takedown, he leads 7-0.
And we looked at that bracket earlier in the day, and just even Blake in there in the bottom, it just Hinterman pinned him. And I think I would be fair to Blake and to say that he kind of got caught, but it's still Hinterman pinned him.
Yeah.
Now he's just kind of dominating here in this championship match against Noah Radke, who's another quality wrestler. But I got to believe, like you say, it's who you hang out with, and you can definitely tell who he's been hanging out with has definitely improved his game. 7-3 winner down there in the fifth place match.
I didn't see who won that.
I'll find it here in a second.
Well, let's stay with you, Chuck, to the last 40 seconds here.
All right, we're
Holman
neutral,
wrestler won.
7-1. Okay, Holman, that was Griffin.
7-3.
Half a minute, 7-1, Hinterman. Looking to come up with another takedown. They are in time.
That was Blaken that won that other one, didn't he? Yeah, he must have.
Takedown for Radke.
Oh, he got one. That's good.
Yeah. And our final score will be 7-3, Hinterman.
I know it's tough for a freshman to get MVP in a tournament like this with all these quality wrestlers here, but I think he kind of made a statement.
He did.
I think you might be right there.